I did meet somebody, and he had a very different impression about me. He had a different notion about me. He said, "Are he to student of the year wala hai? He'll do what he does. How those typically glam films are." The reason I became an actor was not the fame, not the stardom. It's something that I enjoy doing. It's me trying to explore things inside me that I didn't know I had.
Hello everyone, welcome to PeepingMoon.com. I'm Rashida Sahani, and today joining me for a super interesting conversation is Aditya Seal, who recently impressed all of us with his act in The Empire. Hi Aditya, how have you been?
I'm good. How are you? And thank you for this lovely word.
Thank you so much. So, Aditya, firstly, tell me, how was it switching? Now, we have all imagined you as that, typical soft hero, chocolate boy that we have seen, but here we saw a transition, which I think no one imagined. So it was like a surprise package for all of us. So you tell me, how challenging was it to shed that image off and to bring in this new avatar of yours?
Not at all, to be honest, because student was, for example, I'll talk about student was one of those things that, of course, I enjoyed doing, but it's not something that I can only do. I enjoy playing characters which have a lot more depth, a lot more soul, a lot more, to work on. And I've been wanting to do something like that, and Empire gave me a chance to do that. It tried to show, it helped me show a lot of range. It's helped me immensely. I got to show other things. I got to show my action as well, and I've been waiting for a chance like that.
Agree, definitely. And earlier there was this notion, maybe a few years back, that a hero cannot or a heroine cannot star in a multi-starrer because then their space becomes less and their impact becomes less. But now everything's changing. I think it's more about the role that you play and not the screen time of yours. So you tell me, when you starred in The Empire with a humongous star cast, which everyone is credible. So was there any fear of getting lost?
Absolutely not, because firstly, the people that I've been working with are very secure in their own space. When you have secure actors, they don't try and overshadow each other. They try and make the product better, which is what I think everybody in the show tried to do. And also, Humayun as a character, I don't think could have gotten lost, because as history has it, he's been a very integral part of the entire era. So I was not worried about my character getting lost at all. And like you can see, we don't talk much about the women of that era, but just see what they have done. Just see how we have portrayed them. It's amazing.
I know. Definitely agreed. And do you also feel that The Empire will sort of give a chance to all the filmmakers out there to also, see you in a different light now, offer you roles that are very versatile and maybe something that you have never done before?
Yes, I'm hoping that they get to see that, because I won't take names, but I did meet somebody, and he had a very different impression about me. He had a different notion about me. He said, "Are he to student of the year wala hai? He'll do what he does. How those typically glam films are." And when he met me, his idea, his image of me entirely changed, and he was very happy to see me, and I was happy I could do that with him. So Empire helps me change people's minds as well.
Okay, great. That's actually great. And earlier when the trailer, the promo and the teasers released, there were like people on Twitter saying that this is the Indian version of Game of Thrones. Now, I don't know how you took it as, but all of us were very impressed, because comparing a show to Game of Thrones that's, globally loved so much, that's a big thing. So how did you take it as?
It was the biggest compliment. I don't think a compliment can get bigger than that. Comparing anything to Game of Thrones is huge. Though we never tried to make a Game of Thrones. We tried to remain as original as possible. The funny part was that my director, Mitakshara, had not seen Game of Thrones before making the show. My our stylist, our designer, Sheetal, had not seen Game of Thrones before making the costumes. And still to be compared to that, I think it's a bigger compliment. And, you can't take this in a bad way at all. If you're being compared to something like this, it's amazing. It's amazing. I have no words.
Okay, great. And there were also a lot of comments on, a much younger Seher playing mother to you. So how did you take those comments as? Because I think it's a little unfair to comment on things like that when you haven't even watched the show. So these comments started coming when, I think the show was about to release and when all of your characters and roles came out, that who's playing who. So
this has been happening for eons now. You've had women playing an actor's love interest 2-3 years ago. You've had them playing their sisters 2-3 years after. You've had them playing their mothers also after. It's about the way you portray the character. It's about the way you play it. If Seher has managed to do this, she's managed to look young with Babar. She's managed to look like my mother. Kudos to her. She's shown what she can do. How can people take that away from her? Why are they thinking in a direction like that? Rather than criticizing, compliment her that she's been able to pull that off.
I think a lot of that happened. I was just, last week I spoke with Seher, and a lot of that has happened after the show has released. Now people are, of course, praising her, praising you, all the characters. But yeah, the earlier judgment, of course, was a little unfair. I know.
It's fine. That is bound to happen. I mean, some trailers come out, people talk about it, and then the notions change. It's a part and parcel. We are used to it now.
Okay. And what about the second season? Now, a lot of people are excited after watching the first one that we want a second season, and we want it to become like a franchise, season after season. So what is your point of view on that?
Oh, I want it to become a franchise. I want to be a part of every season from now on. But yes, even I've been getting a lot of messages asking season 2 kab aa raha hai. I wish I had an answer, but I don't as of now. But seeing the response that we have gotten, it would be unfair to people who have invested so much time in the show to not give them something beyond this. So I'm hoping the makers take this seriously and we do start working on a season 2 soon.
Okay, that's great. And Aditya, do you also feel with web doing so much, it's almost the new ball game and we are all hooked onto it. We see variety of content. Do you feel as an actor, you are also getting opportunities, of course, like, for example, The Empire, a role that is so versatile, so different, it doesn't match to the other work that you have done. So do you also feel as an actor, you're also getting variety of content to play, and thanks to the web? Because I think there was this notion that Bollywood mein sab nahi chalta, but I feel web mein sab chalta hai if it's, made in a better manner. Yeah.
Agreed. Yes. I've been actually wanting this for a very long time. I've been hoping for a revolution for a very long time. Not that I don't like what Indian makers have been doing, but I thought that it's about time that we up the game. We are one of the biggest industries in the world, and we thought it's about time that we show people that what we can do. We just don't run around the tree. We can do a lot more. And with this pandemic, at least one good thing has happened is that it's paved way for OTT to rise up and shine. The kind of content people have been watching, it's something that we haven't seen in Indian cinema regularly. But now I feel the makers have realized that content is king, absolute king. They will be focusing more on making a good product rather than giving people what they have already seen in a different way. But it's a good influx. It's been great. And I feel it's going to be doing very well for cinema. The only way is upwards from here.
I'm sure, definitely. And I was reading an interview of yours where you mentioned how after SOTY, a lot of things changed for you. But do you think it's also become a little difficult because now or challenging maybe, because now people associate you with a certain credibility. They think that, yeah, you have a certain caliber and we expect this amount of work from you. So does it ever become pressurizing?
No, because I have a feeling I can do a lot more than what I have just shown. So pressure is good. Then if they expect more out of me, I will be glad. I will be glad to deliver that. Because I've been working on myself for a very long time. I've been working on my craft. I've been working on my dancing. I've been working on my action for a very long time. I'm actually a Taekwondo black belt. I'm a third-degree black belt from South Korea. Not a lot of people know that. So I've been wanting to show that a lot more. Fortunately, when it comes to my dance, I've just done a film with Bosco, his directorial debut, which involves a lot more dancing that I would have wanted to do. But yes, I'm glad that I'm getting these chances to show a lot more than what has been seen till now.
Okay, great. Looking forward to watching it all. And also talking about balancing. Now, I always ask this to actors who are seen in Bollywood as well as web. So, how are you planning to balance your career in both these spaces, or does the space doesn't matter? Like the platform, it doesn't matter to you?
For me, if a role challenges me as an actor, then I'm gonna be for it. The product needs to be good. My character needs to be something which is challenging, and it doesn't matter what platform, where. I'm absolutely up for it. The reason I became an actor was not the fame, not the stardom. It's something that I enjoy doing. It's me trying to explore things inside me that I didn't know I had, and that's why I love challenges when it comes to acting. And anything that will challenge me, I'll be up for it.
Okay. Good.
Like Empire for me was a challenge. It was an absolute challenge. I've not done anything like, I've not thought about anything like this, but I went in and did my best.
Definitely agreed. Okay, thank you so much, Aditya, for joining in. It was a pleasure talking with you. Looking forward to watch the second season,
Thank you so much. Pleasure's all mine.
You're most welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.